This is class 10th, Science Chapter 3, Metals and Non-Metals, Lecture 1. Look at this set of some of the elements. And now another set of elements you see here. In this first set of elements, all elements look similar. While in the second set of elements, these elements look different than the elements in the first set. Look here on the elements in the periodic table. See here this line. You see here that all the elements on left hand side of this line look similar to each other, but different than those on the right hand side. Some of these left hand side elements you saw in the first set of elements. These are called metals. In the second set of elements you saw some of the elements on right hand side in the periodic table. These are called non-metals. First, let us learn physical properties of metals and how these are different from non-metals. Look, here are some elements. On your left are metals and on your right non-metals. The upper parts of these metal pieces are cleaned and lower parts not cleaned. All the clean portions of metal surfaces shine because they reflect light. This property is luster. Now look at non-metals. Most of these don't have this property, though iodine and graphite are exceptions that shine a little bit but not as much as metals. Second physical property I explain you, that is color. All metals except copper and gold are lustrous white. Copper is brownish red and gold is golden. Non-metals are of different colors. Carbon is black, sulfur is yellow, iodine, violet, bromine, reddish brown, and so on. Next physical property, at number 3, I explain you about melting and boiling points. Most of the metals have high melting and boiling points. Non-metals usually have low melting and boiling points. Carbon is an exception that has very high boiling point as well as melting point despite a non-metal. Next physical property is state. All metals except Hg at room temperature are solids. Only Hg is liquid. In temperate regions, cesium may also be liquid because that melts around 28 degrees Celsius. Most of non-metals are solids and gases. Only bromine is liquid at room temperature. Next physical property I am explaining here, that is hardness. Most of the metals are hard. Hardness is the property that resists indentation, bending, and being scratched. First group metals like sodium and potassium are quite soft and can easily be cut even with a knife. Hammer is made of iron because it is hard. Non-metals are usually soft. Diamond is an exception, which is very hard. Next physical property I am explaining here is strength. A metal wire can lift or pull heavy weights without breaking. Metal items need great force to break. This property is strength. Most of the metals are very strong, while non-metals are not so strong. Another physical property is malleability. Metal pieces become thinner on being hammered or applying compressive force. The property of the materials that allows them to be hammered or beaten into thin sheets is malleability. Ag or silver and Au or gold are most malleable metals. It means they can be beaten into thinnest sheets without being broken. Next physical property is ductility. Metals can be drawn into wires. The property that makes it possible to draw a material into a wire is termed as ductility. More ductile metal can be drawn into thinner wires. Just 1 gram of gold can be drawn into such a thin wire that its length would become 2 kilometers. Next, let us consider conductivity of heat and electricity. Have a look at on this metal piece fixed in test tube stand. It is of copper. On its farther end, wax has been put. I start hitting the strip on the other end. Wait for some time. Now you see the wax has started melting. The reason is that this metal carries heat to the wax from the lamp. Materials that transfer heat easily through them are called good conductors of heat. Conductance of metals varies. Silver is the best conductor of heat and electricity, while non-metals are usually not. Graphite is an exception. Graphite is non-metal. It is an allotropic form of carbon. Graphite is good conductor of heat as well as electricity. You see here this wire. This wire is used in household electric fittings. It is made of copper coated with PVC or polyvinyl chloride. Metals are good conductors of electricity. That is why all electric wires are made of metals. PVC and rubber etc. are bad conductors. That is why metal wires are coated with these materials. These materials are also called insulators. While non-metals are usually not good conductors of heat, except graphite, as I told you earlier. Graphite is good conductor of heat as well as electricity. Next property is being sonorous. Metal sheets on being hit produce sound. The materials that produce sound on being hit are called sonorous. Non-metals are not sonorous. These were the physical properties I discussed in this lecture. We can summarize this lecture that all the metals are number 1 lustrous, number 2 silvery white, except copper and gold. Number 3, they have high melting and boiling points. Exceptions are mercury and cesium. Number 4, all metals except Hg and Cs or mercury and cesium exist in solid state at room temperature. Number 5, most of them are strong. Number 6, hard to. Number 7, malleable. Number 8, ductile. And number 9, good conductors of heat and electricity. and they are sonorous too. At number 10. This was my first lecture of chapter 3, class 10 science. I shall continue this chapter in chapter 3 in next lecture, lecture number 2. Till then, goodbye.